Bitcoin just had one of the biggest overnight crashes in months, wiping billions off the market in hours. Most traders right now are panicking, some are selling, others are calling this the start of the next bear cycle. But is it really that bad? Or is this the exact opportunity that smart money is waiting for? Historically, these sharp crashes have two outcomes. They flush out leverage for weak hands, creating a healthier setup for that next move higher. Or it's the start of a much deeper correction that drags the entire market lower. The problem is most retail traders can't tell the difference. They sell bottoms, they chase tops, and get caught in the cycle again and again. Right now, with Bitcoin breaking key levels, the question is, which scenario are we in? Today, I'm going to be breaking it all down for you. We'll look exactly at what caused this crash, how whales and institutions are positioning themselves right now, the 3 key levels that decide Bitcoin's next move, and finally, I'll give you that step-by-step plan to survive this crypto bull run. Let's dive in. So what actually happened in this Bitcoin drop? We were having a bit of a slow decline here from around that 120,000. Had a bit of a slow decline, and then we hit around 115. And once we dropped below this $115,000 level, we had an extreme drop in Bitcoin and also a lot of other coins. Currently, still even potentially showing some signs of a downtrending market in the short term. Here on CoinGlass, we're able to take a look at the overall liquidation heat map and see that there has been a fair few liquidations across the market. There's a lot of retail traders that got stuck on these trades. They were expecting the short-term market to overall push much higher, but unfortunately, there's a lot of liquidation statistics out now, and with these statistics, people are able to analyze the exact levels that you're going to be liquidated, and because of that, a lot of market quick fluctuations are going to be happening. And basically, my understanding of this current Bitcoin market is this short-term decline is just based on liquidation levels. It doesn't have to do with the overall market cycle, but that will be something I'll cover just a little bit later on in the video. You can even come over and see right now the liquidation heat map. So if price was now to drop just around this 111, just below this 112,000, even 111,000, there's a large amount of liquidations there. But the closest level right here showing is around 113,500. There's a major amount of upside liquidation. So if we were to push to the upside, we'd see a large amount of shorts also liquidated. Now, one of the major reasons behind this huge decline in the crypto market is because of Hyperliquid and the statistics available around specific liquidation levels for meme coins, for different perpetual contracts. The thing about Hyperliquid and their statistics is you're able to narrow down with specific coins exactly where the liquidation level is set at and where a large amount of traders will be liquidated. So what's currently happening is there's large whales who are able to control the market by using these statistics and understanding where liquidations will happen. So what they're doing is they'll pump a lot of market volume either to the downside or to the upside to then hit those liquidation levels. So if you're stuck in a specific trade over leveraging, let's say you're using 25x leverage, which would mean just a 4% move against you would liquidate you. If you're using more than just a few times leverage, really a lot of times it would mean that you're over risking on a specific trade. The whole reason that leverage is out there and it's available is so you don't need to have all of your funds on a specific account or a specific exchange. Let's say I wanted to trade a specific newly airdropped coin that's only available on perpetuals. Well, rather than depositing potentially tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars on this newly created DEX platform, I can just deposit, let's say, $1,000, use 10x leverage, and then take advantage of that $10,000 in buying power. Leverage is really not there. So let's say if you only have $1,000 account to allow you to take $10,000 trading positions, that's not the true reason for leverage. But a lot of people get stuck and say, oh, wow, if I just take the right leverage position in the right coin, take a 10x position, it goes up 10x, well, all of a sudden we've made 100 times on our money. Now, it's still possible, but the thing is, a lot of times that's what people are betting on. So with these Hyperliquid statistics, we're able to funnel down, even see, select the specific coin, open interest, total volume, annualized funding rate. And even here, we're seeing liquidations at an all-time high compared to any other time during this bull run. Now, one thing I'm extremely surprised about is people are calling this the end of the Bitcoin crypto bull run for 2025. And if I'm going to be extremely honest with you, it looks nothing like it. I really don't know which chart people are looking at. I'm scrolling out, looking at the weekly chart for Bitcoin. When we have the 20 exponential moving average, my favorite indicator, clearly still have that positive up and to the right EMA slope, which means we only want to look for longs in this current market. And when we scroll into the current price, we can see we're still just above the EMA. So if price was even to dip another $2,000 or $3,000 per Bitcoin, come down to around this 110,000, that would be extreme normal price action for Bitcoin. I don't understand how a 2 to 3% drop in the last 24 hours is calling for the complete end of the bull cycle. This is the type of news I want to be seeing near the end of the crypto bull cycle, because I'll be explaining later on in another video to come on this channel on the monthly chart. We're currently in month 34 out of 36 months of our normal bull trend that's happened time after time, 2017, 2021, and even the first Bitcoin bull run many, many years ago. We're still expecting much higher prices. We're finally getting that final mania phase where these news articles are starting to come out with some real radical news articles, like calling for the Bitcoin top and the start of the bear cycle after only a $3,000 drop. So still extremely bullish. Overall, a lot of indicators still pointing to another upside move. And overall, we haven't broken any technical analysis structure to tell us, okay, we've began the bear trend. Everything is still full steam ahead for this 2025 bull run and could still push into 2026. But we do need to take it week by week at this point. A key piece of information that nobody's pointing out is that Bitcoin dominance begins to drop near the end of the crypto bull run, as a lot of momentum will shift into larger cap altcoins, and especially those short-term runners. And for this cycle, it's clearly meme coins. We've had nearly a 20% drop in the overall Bitcoin dominance. So that's a clear sign that we are close to the trend ending for the Bitcoin bull run. But there's still many, many clear signs that this is nowhere near over. We also have the total market cap for crypto still nearly pushing to all-time highs. It's only had a very small 3% dip just this week. Everything's still massively trending to the upside. If we were to come down on a shorter term time frame like the daily, we could actually make out an ascending triangle pattern, which again has a high probability to continue to that upside move. Now, what is my action plan moving into late 2025? As I said, it looks like we're coming to the end or close to the end of the bull run, but there's still another major push to the upside. I'm expecting price to actually reach $140,000 to $150,000 per Bitcoin during this cycle. There's a lot of reasons behind this. We can even use some technical analysis indicators like the Fibonacci retracement, come down to this low, extended all the way to this high, and then now extended across. We can see this 1618, a very common extension in the Fibonacci zone, is actually projecting $146,000 per Bitcoin. There's multiple confluence levels, multiple indicators also signaling right around this $146,000 per Bitcoin. You have to see this in future videos as I go through market cycles, as I explain to you technical analysis in more depth. But right now, the weekly chart is very much showing a high probability projection to this 1618, especially after we've come into the golden zone between the 0.5 and 0.618 level. When price comes into this level, especially how price has actually made a 3 push wedge, which is a high probability pattern. It's also confirmed a high probability chance to reach this $150,000. So clearly many more months left in this bull run. But when we compare it to the beginning price of Bitcoin at the start of this bull run, let's call it $20,000, well, we're definitely further into the trend than we are compared to the start. Now, I also wanted to mention the top altcoin in the market. There's a lot of price projections expecting Ethereum to potentially hit $10,000 per coin. Now, it actually makes a lot of sense why we had some rejection at this $5,000 level. Not only is $5,000 a psychological level in the market, but that old all-time high from 2021, you would understand that a very common trading strategy is coming back, retesting this old all-time high, using it as a liquidity sweep, and now making a short-term move to the downside. But there's still a major expectation that we retest back at this old all-time high before we make another continuation to potentially $10,000 per Ethereum. A great way to come over and gauge the crypto market right here on CoinMarketCap. One of the first things that I'm noticing is Bitcoin in the last 7 days is down 3.5%. But look at the fear and greed. We're actually now moving into the more extreme categories of fear. And Bitcoin is only down 3.5%. Well, I do understand like other coins like Solana are actually down closer to 10%. Other meme coins, 10%, or even Hyperliquid actually down 18%, nearly 20% in the last 7 days. So clearly there is a lot of volatility in the market. Even BNB is actually pushing above a lot of others, actually holding above in the last 7 days. But overall, we're actually sitting in this massive fear section. And that's actually, for me, extremely bullish because Bitcoin's just tiny, not even 5% down, and people are already getting extremely scared in this market. So that's something I'm definitely taking into account. The overall market is quite bearish. They're actually thinking, okay, this could be the complete end of the bear run. But a lot of times, very close to the end of the bear run is where the biggest moves are made. So that's why I am still actually holding long, but definitely looking to taper off on some positions as we move higher. It's clear that we're near the end of the bull run, but in these last few months of the bull run, it's going to be the most extreme volatility because we really haven't seen that mania phase yet. We haven't seen some coins up 20, 30% in a day where we sort of get that huge last spike to the upside. That hasn't happened yet. So to me, that's still extremely bullish. And coupled with all these other indicators, like already in a fairly massive fear section, really, that's sort of confusing, I guess, for a lot of newer traders. Actually pushes them to make positions, but a lot of seasoned traders would understand and be able to gauge the overall market and see, okay, this could be extremely bullish. Actually looks like a liquidation event and looks like the institutions are definitely looking for another push higher, but they're looking to liquidate a lot of basically weak hands, a lot of people that don't believe in their position, don't understand. Even here, Asta actually still holding above this $2, which is something I will want to cover in another video. Now, if you have enjoyed today's video, don't forget, you need to be smashing the like, smashing the subscribe, hit that notification bell, because I'm going to be bringing out some of the best crypto content you've ever seen on YouTube. I'll see you in the next video.